Hey everyone, it's James Lambert, the motivational coach and speaker. You know, I went from knockouts to knowledge and from headlocks to hugs. I still embrace people, just now in a more positive way. So hello to you. I hope you're absolutely thriving out there and really looking forward to the weekend. I entitled this Friday Fun, but in truth every day can be fantastic and fun filled. Why? Because of your intention to make it so. However, I do appreciate that a lot of people, particularly if they're doing jobs they don't particularly like, Friday is a great day because they're looking forward to the weekend. As an entrepreneur and sole trader myself, every day pretty much is a work day, and so I don't quite have that, oh, it's the weekend. However, I love every day, and so it's a beautiful opportunity for me to express that. And just to keep up the good vibes, I want to share today's Satsuma creation, Mr. Satsuma Man himself. Oh, delightful. Can you see his little face there? His little feet, and I know it's very silly, but it brings me great delight. And it's lovely. I love to share this because before, to put it in context, I was one of the most overtly serious men. My goodness, it was extraordinary looking back, and there's the truth, just the unvarnished truth. And I share that because if you are particularly serious, if you don't allow yourself to have fun, lighten up. It's okay, you know, because when you do, the world doesn't end. I used to be so bad even at nightclubs. Even when I was in relatively safe and non-violent company, I'd be like standing on the side, crossing my arms. I wouldn't join in. I wouldn't allow myself to dance. Now, you might say, oh, I don't care about dancing. But in truth, a lot of it is the fear. Yes, I use that word very deliberately. The fear of what others think. So, again, keep it speaking for me, I actually, at times, not always, but at times, I really did want to dance. I did want to laugh. I did want to move and be silly. And yet I was fearful of the opinions of others. No more, I say, no more. See, particularly now, I live fearlessly. Now, fearlessly doesn't mean violent, but it means being yourself, your most beautiful, authentic self. Because the thing is, people have got opinions, it's like mouths. Everyone's got one. So, you know, whatever you do, someone's going to judge it, particularly our friends that see the world as a glass half full at best. But friends of a negative disposition or associates or just strangers, they're going to judge you anyway. So I say, live your life, do you. And, you know, moreover, I thought, my goodness, I've actually both feared and fought for my very life. All over the world and in some particularly dark and violent situations. So what have I got to be afraid of in being my truest, most loveliest self? Nothing. Because what's the worst people are going to do to me? It's not like they're going to put a glass ashtray over my head or try and stab me or kidnap me like the way I was living before was a very real possibility, some nasty characters. So now it's a beautiful thing. Now, you needn't have had such a potentially violent past to be authentic, but many of you are, whether you have office jobs or not. And I encourage you, dear friends, to live fearlessly. So if you want to joke, do it. We're appropriate. I'm not saying always necessarily at a funeral be silly, but you know, if you want to dance, dance, no matter what people say. Because if you're honest, between me and you, fear is stopping a lot of you from living your greatest life. And so again, it's that if you want to just be silly, like with this, look, it's ridiculous. But if your heart tells you to do it, do it. You know what? Because those that love you will love you for being you, and those that don't care about you, well, they never did anyway. So what does it matter? What I'm really trying to get over in this broadcast is be you. And please, as best you can, get over the fear of what others think. It's so important. And so I really want to encourage you, just in closing today, whatever you're doing, particularly if you've got plans for the weekend, be your most authentic self. So if you want to try and do something new, whether it's to learn a new language or maybe even start a sport. Particularly of the male clients that I work with, particularly the very overtly macho ones, like I did, they have a self-identity. So they see themselves, as I did, as being macho, as being very strong, as being violent. What does that mean? That means that in their perception, that they're not allowed to do what they see maybe so-called softer, gentler, more feminine things. This is incredibly unhelpful, and as I found, it stopped me from living a life of full of joy and happiness, and really allowing others to get close to me and making beautiful relationships. So I encourage you, particularly in any area that you're experiencing mild anxiety or fear, I say embrace it, go after it. If you want to start gymnastics, you've never done it. If you want to learn a new language, play the piano, go to a foreign country, whatever it is, ask someone out on a date, do it, do it. Life is far too short to, if not live a lie, hide behind your fears in the guise of practicality. So many, I have to do a 9 to 5, James. I've got bills to pay. We all have bills to pay. Do not let that be an excuse for you to die with your greatest music still left unexpressed inside you. So I really want to get that across to you. And just to keep the Friday fun going, I've got 2 jokes for you. Allow me to share them. I had an argument with one of the 7 dwarves. He wasn't happy. Forgive me if the tumbleweed. Maybe this one tickles your fancy. I've decided to sell my Hoover. Well, it was just collecting dust. I know. Please don't shoot the messenger. So, from my heart to yours, I hope you have the most fantastic Friday. You go out, you be positive, you be yourself, you be a person of good cheer, and you pass it on. Compliment someone. Say what, you're looking good, compliment someone on their attire. And particularly if you think, oh, how would that look? Would that look weird? What would they think? Get rid of all of that. Do it if you feel compelled to do so. And even if you don't feel compelled to do so, do it anyway. We need more positive people, and it's a beautiful thing. So, from my heart to yours, and from my lovely Satsuma Man friend, have the best day, and keep the music inside you singing. Take care, friends. All the best.